Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Haven't seen you in a long time.
I know. It's just been real busy.
Good. Traveling or no?
We're not traveling, but traveling next week.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
To California.
Yeah.
Nice. Good for you.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
How's
Sue's
everything?
not going to be here, but Anne, I think, is going to be here.
How are
But
you doing?
I'm good. The weather's a little rainy
It's
today.
been raining all week here.
Oh, it has?
Yeah, on and off. Are you getting a hurricane?
No. West Coast.
West Coast.
Yeah, too bad for them.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So good on a better note, Bryn's pregnant.
Oh yay! When did
Yeah,
she do?
middle of March.
Oh nice.
Yeah, I'm so excited. She doesn't know if it's a boy or a girl, but
How
yeah.
far how far along is she?
I think like a little over 3 months. So yeah,
Are you gonna go out there
yeah,
and help her and everything?
yeah,
Good for you. Oh, smiles.
yeah. It's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So she's got a ways to go, but fingers crossed everything works. Anyways, let's get started. Do you mind muting?
Yes.
And we'll get started here. So we're gonna come all the way to the back of the mat. You're gonna make a fist, thumbs up, take your feet far apart because we want to be able to stretch out the inner thighs too. So get tall and then fold halfway down. Keep the elbows nice and high and then come back up. When you start your fold, I want you to think about weighting backwards. So you're pushing your butt back, you're weighting into the heels, and you're getting a nice stretch through the back of the legs. So big activation of the thoracic spine. So keep those elbows pulling towards each other and backwards. You got to do both simultaneously. We're going to do a few more and then we're going to let that back relax. Okay, so on this one, just fold it all the way down, let the arms go. Let the shoulders just kind of unweight and fall towards the floor. So you're completely hanging out here with your head, neck, everything is just chilling. So while we're down here, we're going to take some nice big deep breaths. And if you can get those legs straight, or at least work towards getting them straight, that would be awesome. When you breathe deeply, make sure you're really taking enough air in that you feel a big expansion of the ribs. Puff out that chest, and then just calm it all down when you exhale. Okay, let's inhale and extend to a flat back. And then we're going to reverse it. We're going to come all the way back up. Arms are parallel to the floor. Flip the palms now to face the ceiling. And see if you can move your arms back a little bit more. Keep them straight. And then drive them all the way up towards the ceiling. But make sure, if you look at me from the side, I've got them a little bit forward so I can see them through my peripheral vision. And then just make sure your neck is relaxed. Hold here, take a big deep breath in, and then exhale. Try to lift the shoulders up. And then swan dive it all the way down. Relax everything. You're right back to those big, huge breaths. Okay, inhale and extend to a flat back. Reverse it, come all the way back up. Arms parallel to the floor. Palms face up. Sweep them back. Bring them up. Keep them nice and long. The idea here is to get the arms as long as you can. Reach, now lift the shoulders up towards the ceiling. And then relax it all the way back down again. 3 nice big deep breaths. Okay, now inhale and extend the spine. Now I want you to just bend the knees. So you're doing a little squat. Now try to shift your butt backwards in your squat so the knees are not pulling over the toes. And then come back to a full forward fold, let it all hang out. Do it again. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, squat down. Shift backwards, don't pull forwards. And then right back to that full fold. Inhale, extend, squat. Maybe you get a little deeper. Take it as low as you can, and then right back to that straight leg, full fold. Now we're going to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, nice and slowly. Nice. Now good posture here, proud out your chest. This palm is going to face up, and you're going to sweep it all the way up. So you're heading straight up to the ceiling. Lift the shoulder up. Move the hip to the right, and then bring it over. You can use this hand on your leg just for a little extra support if you like. But really work on that arm being straight. We don't want to look like this, right? Nice, long, straight arm. So you're getting a nice little pull all the way over that hip. Now let's come back. Relax, round these shoulders. And now we're going to do it again. Palm faces up, sweep it up. Get nice and long and strong with the arm. Hips going to go out. And then as you go over, think of going up. So you're reaching to try to touch that ceiling. Reach, reach, reach. When you feel a really big pull there, try to take deep breaths. So you're sort of breathing right into that spot that's stretching. Nice. Now come back up. We're going to bring our feet hip width apart. So step them in a little bit. Bring the arms out in front. If you look at me from the side, I'm just going to do a little tiny hip hinge. So I'm sticking my butt backwards. I'm holding my arms out nice and straight. I'm going to put all my weight into my heels. And now I'm going to sweep the arms back with my palms facing the earth. Chest nice and proud. Let's draw the belly in, and we're going to keep it there. Really important. Keep that really strong belly activation through the whole 45 minutes. And then sweep the arms up. Now your palms are going to face each other, and you're going to lift them as high as you can without lifting up the back. And then sweep them back. Get them nice and high in the back so you really feel your thoracic spine engaged. And then again, up. Butt stays back. Torso is not moving. So this should feel very challenging for the shoulders, your lats, your arms. And then come back down. Oh, doesn't that feel good when you come down? Chest nice and proud, belly in. One last time, lift these arms up. And then swan dive it all the way down. We're going to put our hands down. We're going to walk out and meet in a high plank. Take as many steps as you need to get there. Ideally, we like the shoulders over our wrists. Your butt's in line with your back. Now push your heels backwards and straighten out your legs.
So I want you to find, you're pushing your heels back so far that you're feeling a stretch in the back of those legs. Now, slow motion, go to a downward facing dog. Nice and slow to get there. Once you're there, make sure you can still see the sides of your arms and push your heels towards the floor. Big, deep breaths, super important. Get high on the toes. Come back to plank. So now you're high on your toes, so you're really stretching out the pad of the feet. Hold that. Hips are high, back is strong. Press away from the earth. Belly draws up and in. Big, deep breaths. Step your feet in. I want you to meet me in bear. From here, we're going to a small dog. Ideally, your heels are down on the mat. Push your legs nice and straight. Big, deep breaths. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Cross the arms. Hang out and breathe. You can close your eyes. Get a little lost here. Just listen to each breath as it enters and leaves your body. Little Zen moment. Release the hands. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Reverse it. Come all the way back up. Palms face. Reach for the ceiling. Keep the arms a little bit towards the front so you can see them. Now we're going to bring our hands to heart. Little balance challenge. You can start by just tucking the foot inside the ankle, or you can go right up to lifting the knee. We're going to make little circles with our foot. If your knee is up, go the opposite way. Now, while you're standing here, I want you to think about lifting out of your right hip. So you're still trying to look like the tallest one in the room. And then put the foot down. Do the same on the other side. Either tuck it in or lift it up. Lift out of this left hip. Try to really push some height here. Circle the foot. Whenever you bring movement to a balance challenge, it just kind of adds a little intensity. So you be the judge of how you're feeling today, what challenges you're ready to bring on, where you need to back off. It's all good. Okay, put that foot down. Take a nice big deep breath. Reach for the ceiling, long arms. Bring your hands to heart. I want you to step your left foot forward. Meet me in a nice, wide lunge. So to start, I've got my shoulders right over my hips, and I'm going to bring the arms up. You can open them. They can be nice and wide. If this feels better for your shoulders, then that's where your arms should be, right? It's not about cinching everything and being uncomfortable. Now, we're going to work our calf muscle a little bit. So I want you to lower the heel towards the floor. Might not get there, or it might. It's okay. And then pick it back up. And just do that 3 or 4 more times. Nice and slow going down, especially, and coming up. I've got a nice little bend in my front leg. Definitely working these shoulders today. So keep those arms long and strong as best you can. Okay, now I want you to stay up with your heel in the back, lower the arms so you get a little break. Now, we're giving ourselves a big forward lean. Just lean into it, kind of go for it. Now, if you can step your back foot a little further back, do it. Now, a little reprieve for the arms. Sweep the arms backwards. Your palms now face the floor. See if you can lean in a little more. Maybe take your back foot, wiggle it a little further back. So right now, we have a big activation in your left quad and hamstring and glute. Bring your hands to your chest. Now, normally we would start our rotation with our shoulders to the left. Today, we're going to go to the right. So turn and open up your chest to face the right side of your room. You're going to feel a lot of work come into the front inner thigh. Let's just hold on this spot for a little bit. Keep your torso low. You should not find yourself in an upright position, or else you're going to make it really easy for that left glute. Okay, we're going to square the shoulders back forward, moving very slowly. Now let's take it to the other side. Getting more into your outer hip. Come back square. We're going to take our hands down and meet in a high plank. Hold it, shoulders over wrists, belly up and in. Now let's just pick up our left foot. A little more work for your right side body. And now we're going to switch. We're going to pick up the right foot. Keep the leg nice and long. Now let's put both feet down. We have a little reprieve in down dog. Take 3 big deep breaths. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Inhale, extend the spine. Reverse it, come all the way back up, reach for the ceiling. Hands to heart, you're going to step your right foot forward. Big lunge. Shoulders are just over your hips, so you're feeling a nice little stretch right here through the hip flexor. Heel should be up in the back. Now let's lower the heel down as far as it wants to go and come back up. Really get high on the pad of the foot. Should feel good. Lower down. And let's just do this nice and slow a few more times. Got a little bend going on in this front leg. All good. Okay, let's hold the heel up. The arms are going to come out. Big forward lean. You should feel a big activation of muscle in that right leg. Now let's see if we can wiggle the toes behind us a little further back. Just adding a little bit more load to this hip. Now bring the hands in. Keep your shoulders nice and broad and your chest nice and proud. Give me a nice rotation all the way to the left. So you really feel, oh, there's that inner thigh muscle. I found it. Hold it, take a few breaths. This is also a good balance challenge. Try not to grab with your toes, right? You want to relax the feet as much as you can. Now slowly square at the shoulders. And we're going to go the opposite way. Give me as much rotation as you can. You should be feeling this right in that butt on the right side. Okay, let's come back square with the shoulders. Take your hands down to the mat. I want you to step back to your plank. Now we're gonna, from high plank, we're gonna lower down onto the forearm. So now you're in your low plank. And we're gonna put the hips down and you're just gonna relax onto the tops of your feet here. This is another breathing opportunity. Close your eyes, just breathe. Big stretch for your six-pack muscle. Keep drawing it in. Okay, lower the chest all the way down to the floor and take your hands beside your chest. Face is off the floor, neck should be nice and long, so you're looking straight down at the mat. Now, use your erectus spinae muscles that run along your spine, lift your chest off the floor. Don't push into your hands, let your back do the work. Draw the belly up and in. Stay here for 3 big deep breaths. Okay, press into the hand, lift your torso up, your hips are up. Now you're just on your knees. Arms are straight, but don't lock out the elbows. Okay, we're gonna tuck our toes under. You're gonna lift your hips up and you're gonna slow motion, take them back over the heels, really slowly. We're gonna stretch out that low back a little bit. So big deep breaths here. Make sure your head is relaxing. Neck should be long. Okay, bring the hands in so you're in your regular quadruped position. We're gonna do some nice cat-cows. You can shift the hips back when you've got that big arch in the back and you'll feel it a little more towards your lower back. Then flip it around while you keep the belly pulling up and in. It does not get to rest. Do it again, nice and slow. Flip it around. And again. And now come to a neutral spine. We're going to be on our knees. So if your knees need cushion, use a towel or a pillow. We're going to lift our hands off the floor so you're just kneeling on your knees. Now take your hands, put them on your butt, proud out your chest and squeeze your elbows towards each other. Now I'm going to sit back on my heels and I'm going to lift back up again. Do that a couple more times. You can go nice and slow. Grab that pillow. Don't suffer through it if it hurts your knees. This is really good quad, hip lengthening. Just good stuff. Okay, now release the hands. Sweep the arms up when you take your hips back and then let them relax. Cut out the chest. 2 more. Now take that left hand to your left heel and just lift the right arm up. It feels really good in the front of that hip. Try to find that nice little pull there. And then switch. Right hand to right heel, reach that arm straight up and back. Okay, we're going to come off our knees. We're going to start in bear. Why not? Lift them up 1 inch. Now take both knees to the left and both knees to the right.
And just keep scooting them side to side. Little work for your transverse abdominis muscles, your core, the whole thing, the whole kit and caboodle. Okay, now meet me in a small dog. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. You're going to inhale and extend the spine. Exhale, fold back down. I want you to give me 5 really big deep breaths here. Close your eyes, just relax. Inhale, extend.
Come all the way back up, reach for the ceiling. Hands to heart. I want you to step your left foot forward this time. And reach your arms up. Now we're going to turn onto the side. You're facing the right side of your room. Nice long arms. Your back foot could be a 45-degree angle. Give me some bend in that front knee. Reach this palm to face up and then sweep it up. Your other hand's going to rest on its back leg. And then come back and do it again. Reach. And again. And reach. Now take this front hand to your hip. Step your back foot in about 12 inches. And then shift your hips. If you look at me from the side, I'm going to just shift my hips back. I'm not going to let the torso roll forward. I'm going to keep it in line with this leg. So I'm going to just slowly, with this spine nice and long, side body long, I'm just going to lower, maybe to my knee, maybe further. But you'll see a lot of people come all the way down, but they've brought their torso way out in front. That's not the objective here. This arm can reach straight up. You're still shifting your hips towards the back of the room. Now, if this hurts your neck, all you do is you turn, you look down at your foot, and then come back. Now, we're going to take this right hand down to your front leg. You're going to bend that front leg till you can get your hands to the floor. Step back to your plank. Take it to a down dog. Lift your left leg up. Switch, lift the right leg. Both feet are down. You're going to walk your hands back to your feet. And you're going to roll up Pilates style this time, 1 vertebrae at a time. Slowly. Spread out your chest, deep breath. Reach for the ceiling. Hands to heart. Step your right foot forward. Big stretch for that hip flexor. Hold here. Nice and high on the back foot. And let's turn to face the left side of the room this time. So you're on the side of that back foot. That back foot, you should try to be pressing the outside of it into the floor. Now your front palm's going to face up. Sweep it straight up to the ceiling. Keep that nice bend you had in that front leg. Try to open that front leg a little bit. Now come back, both arms long and strong. And we're going to do it again. Reach up. You're really trying to lift everything out of your side body upwards. And again, strong arms. One last time. That right hand's on your waist. You're going to step your back foot in about 12 inches. Both legs are straight here. Hips shift to the back. Take that right hand down your leg. This left arm can go up. And keep working your hips backwards. So you should feel this in that front inner thigh. Should feel good. Make sure your neck is not pissed off. Look down at the floor. If it's not happy, There's no such thing as I'm gonna work through this pain, right? This is yoga. We want to stretch and strengthen and increase mobility, not get injured. Okay, bend your front leg. Both hands are coming down. You're going to meet me in your high plank. And from here, we're going to do a pigeon stretch. So you always have the option to do figure 4 lying down on your back if you get more out of it. But if you're going to do pigeon, right foot comes forward, flex it, slow those hips towards the floor. And just sort of find a happy place. You're going to be here for 6 deep breaths. You want to stretch it all the way out with the arms and put your forehead down. If that's calling, do it. You want to be trying to work that left hip flexor towards the earth. Okay, we're going to come back to our forearms, then our hands, step back, meet me back in that nice high plank of yours, and take it to a down dog. 5 big, huge, deep breaths. Close your eyes. Come back to your plank. Left foot behind that right hand. Slowly take it down. Don't force anything. Go where it feels good. So it's all about sort of easing into it. There's never a perfect spot to be. It's just, oh, do I feel a nice stretch? Okay, I'm going to hang out here and take 6 big, deep breaths. Okay, back to the forearms, back to the hands. Meet me in your high plank. Right to a down dog. We're going to lift our left leg up. This time we open the hip towards the ceiling and bend at the knee. And then from the knee, try to lift up. So you really feel the glute. Lift, lift, lift. Really try your best. And then put it down. Do the same on the other leg. Lift, open that hip. Bend the knee and really try to work it up. And put it down. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Inhale, extend the spine. Try to keep the legs nice and straight, belly in. Reverse it, come all the way back up. Flip your palms, reach for the ceiling. Hands to heart. You're going to turn and face the right side of the room. And we're going to open our feet nice and wide. Our toes are going to face straight out. Now, think about wading into your heel and getting a strong glute activation. Fold halfway down. So the torso is parallel to the floor. We're going to reach the left arm out in front
and follow it by the right as you shift your hips backwards. And then fold it all the way down. Let the head go. Just breathe. Inhale, extend the spine. Keep shifting your weight back. Now walk your fingers forward. So get a little bit of a tug of war going on here. Arms keep, fingers walk out, hips shift back. So you're stretching out your lats in the back of the legs, inner thighs, the whole kit and caboodle. Okay, keep extending the spine. The left arm's going to come out to the side parallel to the floor. Now, if your hips pushed forward, move them back. From here, shoulder is going to lift up towards the ceiling. You can take your gaze and look to the front of the room. So right now, the more you get that shoulder up, the more you're going to feel a nice stretch in the inner thigh of the right leg. And then relax the arm down. And let's do the same thing with the right arm. Shift the hips back before you start. And then up with that shoulder. Now you're taking your gaze, you're looking at the back of the room. Don't settle here. Keep trying to work it a little higher. And then relax. Head hovers above the floor. Your neck is long. You're going to walk your feet together. You're going to turn and face the front. Looking through your knees to the back of the room. Think about rotating the coccyx bone up to the ceiling so you intensify the stretch in the back of the legs. Inhale, extend the spine. Reverse it, come all the way back up, reach for the ceiling. Swan dive it all the way down. Walk your hands to the front of your mat, meet me in your high plank. We're going to do a nice little hover and go straight to your up dog. Hold on this spot. Now give me some scapular push-ups. So you're going to drop the torso down towards the floor and then push it away. Drop it down and press. Just a few more. Should feel good. Okay, now tuck those toes under. Meet me in your quadruped position, and we're going to do the same work to these scaps. So lower the chest, arms stay straight, and then push away. Move very slowly, so it's like you're almost resisting going up, and you're resisting coming down. We're going to get more out of it. We're not using momentum. It's just kind of like flossing. Okay, now transition this into a cat-cow, maybe 3 or 4. Really open up as much space between those shoulder blades as you can. Most of us carry a lot of stress in our upper backs. So this is a good way to get good blood flow. Right? As we age, it's all about moving all these joints and muscles and keeping them from getting dormant. Last big arch of that back. Now, flat on the feet. You're going to move the feet out to the side, sit yourself down. Let's extend the legs forward to the corners of the mat. Sit up nice and tall, staff pose. Arms are going to come out in front. Lift your left foot just off the floor.
without collapsing your lower back. So if you can, just get it an inch or two off the floor, your feet are flexed. We're just gonna work these hip flexors a little bit. So just alternate, lift one, lower it, lift the other. It's very slow and very controlled. Now, while you lift up, I want you to push your heel towards the front of your room. Do a couple more. Okay, now we're going to stretch our back. So just dive between the legs. Another Zen moment. Just close your eyes, breathe. Okay, let's inhale and extend. So I've got my fingertips on my mat. My spine is long. So I got rid of all that rounding. Now I'm going to just take this left hand to the outside of that left leg. I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to reach it and grab the outside of my left foot. If you can't grab the foot, you're grabbing your shin or whatever you got going on there is fine. Now, use your arm to pull your right shoulder back. Like pull the right shoulder back so you feel a lot of pressure around that shoulder blade, and then release it. And pull it again. And release. And one more time. Pull, let it go. Do the same on the other foot. Fingertips of the right hand are now outside the right leg. Left hand grabs the outside of your right foot. Pull it by pulling the shoulder back. And then let it go. Just a few more. Nice. Both hands inside. Lift them up. You're back in staff pose. Now we're going to C-curve the spine and you're going to roll down. So your spine flexes. Tuck in the belly. Nice and slow going down. A lot of core strength happening here. Once you got the whole back down, arms are going to go all the way back behind you. I want you to be flat on your shoulder blades. Now point your toes. So this is sort of a working stretch for the shoulders, especially because your arms are reaching behind you. Spread your fingers wide. Keep all the fingers and arms off the floor. You're just flat on your shoulder blades. 2 more big deep breaths. Draw the belly down while you breathe. There's no need for it to pop up. Okay, now let's bring the arms by our sides so they get to relax. Step your feet in close to your butt. We're going to rock the pelvis. So tilt it up. You feel that lower back on the mat. Squeeze your glutes while you do this and then reverse it. Rotate it down. So you've got lots of space now between your lower back and the floor, but you're still drawing the belly down. Those muscles, if I punched you in the stomach, would be hard. And then do it again. And just kind of keep going at your own pace. I like to go slow. Just because it feels good. Remember, whatever you can do throughout your day to move your body parts, whether it's arms, legs, shoulders, pelvis, it doesn't matter. Just take advantage of it. When you walk, make sure your palms are facing forward, not by your side. Helps you keep your chest proud and your posture nice and upright. We always want to be tall. Think of that. Okay, you're gonna pull both knees up and into the chest. You're gonna make a nice little circle now to massage that lower back. Go the opposite way. Now take your hands behind your knees. Roll yourself all the way up onto your toes. We're gonna meet in a full forward fold with your head just chilling out. Close your eyes. 2 big deep breaths here to kind of reset. And now we're gonna roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. And you're gonna pull those shoulders back, take one nice big salute to the sun. And I thank you so much for your power and strength. Woohoo! We're done. We did it! Yay! There they are.